Accountability, something a lot of DBD players lack. Today's quick video will be on this Sable. Amazing camping. Now I would like to note, I know this is April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. This can be the one video that you watch today that's not a meme. Now I get that some people are going to say, JC, that's pretty tame, and they don't seem too upset. Yeah, this person went next and then sat waiting in the match at the end for 5 minutes just to type this, so clearly a nerve was struck. So let's review the footage, shall we, and see what I was doing. Wow, look at that, I'm actually playing someone other than Sadako. Jesus Christ, call the press. Anyway, I think it's fair to say that I'm definitely camping here, which for a lot of Survivor mains is enough for them to call you the literal Antichrist and move on. But let's add the kryptonite of DBD Twitter into the equation. Context. We'll start at this section where I'm carrying Lara while that Sable is on the hook up there. Now, during the hooking process, she is unhooked, so logically, I go towards where they were unhooked because I know 2 people are up there and that 1 person is here because I just hooked them. So it makes no sense to try and find the 4th person who I don't know the location of. The Jeffrey then decided to unhook the Lara, essentially farming her, so I go to pressure the unhook and try to get a double hit fire strike like you do with Dracula. I miss the Lara because I'm a big noob, but I do hit Jeff, so I commit to Mr. Jeffrey over here. I very quickly get this down by nomming on his behind like we're on the hub, and I get this beautiful down. Bear in mind that Sable have yet to reset here, and during the Jeff chase, Sable does a very silly thing of staying up by the library directly above me, so she can light a booner. Sable's still above me. So doing the sensible thing here, I immediately pressure this since Dracula can teleport through surfaces, and since she positioned herself in a bad position while injured, she gets to this pallet, so I nom on her behind as well. While I go for the pickup, I hear this. Let's play it again a little louder. Is that the sound of a silly little Lara trying to get a flashlight save while injured?
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
And what happens next is pretty predictable. That's right, I also nom on Lara's behind. So after nomming on Lara's behind, we go and hook the Sable, and in doing so, we hear this. That's right, gamers, that's an injured Jeff above us doing a generator. So now we have a Sable hooked in the corner, we have a Lara down right next to us beside this hook, massively reducing the anti-camp, and we have an injured Jeff above us who can't get this unhook solo if I stay here because I can down him during the stagger animation when he drops to unhook. And we have a Kate doing God knows what. Now because there is a booner, I don't know which one it is. If it's exponential, I can commit to the Jeff and then Lara gets up and gets the unhook for free. So I do the smart thing and camp it to try and find the Kate. And I do see the Kate out here.
Oh, hello there!
We are now in a perfect position. We know where everybody is, and if it's exponential, I can immediately read down the Lara. If it's not, I'm not getting anti-camp on the Sable who is on the hook, meaning I can just sit here preventing Jeff from unhooking, and if Kate goes for the unhook, I get the trade. It's free pressure. It makes no logical sense for a killer in this position to do literally anything other than what I'm doing right now, which is to capitalize on the numerous mistakes of the survivors. 3 of you guys didn't reset when you had the time. You tried to go for a flashlight save while injured at a very vulnerable position in the map, and quite frankly, you got greedy. All of this could have been avoided if the team played better, but they didn't. A collective group of mistakes led to this situation, and instead of saying, you know what guys, maybe I could have played this a bit better, your immediate response is to try and gaslight the killer into feeling bad for playing unfair for simply capitalizing on your mistakes. I've played a great many PvP games in my time, and let me tell you, never have I seen a community try and gaslight the enemy so hard about being a bad player for playing off the mistakes of the other side. It would be like going in 1v5 in Overwatch, instantly dying, and then calling all of your opponents bad for killing you. You fucked up, you pay the price. But for some reason, as a killer, you're expected to just give up pressure you've gained here for the survivor's sake. But why? Why should the killer not capitalize on this? It's not even like they can't come back from this. They can, despite the numerous fuck-ups they've done, and that is the beauty of DBD. The tide of battle can change at any time, but people would rather throw a hissy fit and go next than try to get themselves out of the pickle they themselves have put themselves in. Let's flip this, shall we? At the start of this match, I had a piss poor chase which cost me a lot of gen pressure. I messed up and I was punished for it. Now, imagine I turned around and said, oh my god, you survivors are capitalizing on my bad initial chase by doing generators. What a bunch of scumbags. No, that would be ridiculous, and yet that's exactly how killers are expected to play, which I'm calling bullshit. You shouldn't be doing this. So in short, Sable, get good. You got punished for your mistake, own up to those mistakes, and improve yourself as a player, rather than giving up on Hook, then sitting in the lobby until the match ends just to complain at the killer for capitalizing on your mistake. And if you find yourself as a player in an unfavorable situation like this, whether you're playing killer or survivor, stop for a moment and reflect on what you've done up to that point in the match, and see if there's something you could improve. Was there something that you could have done to prevent that situation from happening, and learn from it? That way you minimize the chances of being stuck in that same situation in the future, while also improving as a player, which at the end of the day is what we should all be striving to do. Because trying to shift the blame from your mistakes and onto somebody else will never allow you to improve as a player. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the flip-flop, where we're probably going to be Spider-Man-ing around the map as Kaneki. See you then.